When I heard that we had a death in the jail, at the Phelps County Jail, I had no idea that we were dealing locally with ICE detainees. So it just broke my heart to think of somebody, first of all, not speaking the language, not knowing where they were, being picked up and put in a jail cell, and I think he was not feeling well, and then not having anyone help him. So, and I'm not blaming the jail, because I know this is a whole system that's happening right now, and unfortunately he got sucked up in that, but he was a very young man and it should not have happened, but it did. Once they're in, they'll show up on the app. So we have people that start tracking that, who's in there, and we will match them with a pen pal, and the pen pal will start a correspondence with them saying, I'm with Abide in Love. We have a little sticker too that we take a picture of because it's cheaper than doing words. It's with Abide in Love, we're putting money into your account so you can talk to us if you'd like to, but more importantly so you can talk to your family. Every person that comes in gets one of those care packages with a message that says, we're Abide in Love, we know you're here, you're in Rolla, Missouri, there's people that care about you, and we do it both in English and Spanish.
I have one right now who is 27 and she has a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. Her 3-year-old is a U.S. citizen, and her husband was detained sometime in early May, and then a few days later, the wife and mother, who's one of my pen pals, was detained. So then both parents were detained at the same time, and the 3 and the 6-year-old ultimately wound up having no parents for a month. Around the same time that my pen pal was detained, her husband was moved out of Phelps County Jail, and so she went about a month not knowing where he was, and they were kind of assuming that he was deported. And I've been working with her to try to help her get a passport for her daughter. Her story, she's applying for asylum, and honestly, at this point, she really just wants to go home to her home country. Until she can get a passport for her daughter can't go. So she's in this impossible situation where she can't stay and her daughter can't go. And so that combined with thinking her husband was deported and disappeared has been her story for the last month. And then last week, she had a hearing and she was granted bond. And so that's only the second person we've had released since we started this work. So I picked her up from the jail and got to drive her home. I got to meet her babies who had not seen either of their parents in a month. And so they've got their mom home now, and she is going to be under surveillance, essentially, while she's on bond. And then the other great part of that story is our group worked really, really hard, and we did actually find her husband. As it turned out, he was not deported. He had been transferred out of ICE custody to the custody of the U.S. Marshals. So then we just started looking at jails that are holding for the marshals, and we found him in Illinois. So I was also able to send her a message the next day and tell her, your husband's not deported, we found him.
We are resisting, but we're not doing it in a way of anger or negativity. We're resisting by saying, what do I really care about? What do I want to do? What will I do? And who am I going to do it with? And love changes the world. Fear can change the world too, but I'm not buying that one. I'm buying love. That's the only thing we got. So that's what we're doing here. And we're not afraid anymore. So that's proof of the power of love and community.